All right,
Okay.
let's see how this looks. So you're the big one, I'm the small one. Whatever. The video.
Generic Skype stuff.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm sure I could fix that, but whatever. So
Meh.
let's talk about Street Fighter Five. Street Fighter Five
Okay.
Beta, which is now over. By the way, I'm not shooting this at the UltraChen HQ, as you can tell. This is
Yeah, I see a hallway and a stove.
yeah, this is
Beautiful
actually
stove.
where I live. Oh, thanks, man. We tried to take good care of it. James is currently at KI World Cup, and we shoot that at his house, so that is not accessible to me. So we're just hanging. It's gonna be me and my place. I guess you and yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Surrounded by my friends here. One of which this guy is fucking watching 8 streams at once. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, want to introduce
Information
yourself?
overload. Okay, so those of you who don't know, I'm Olaf. Olaf Redland on whatever YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and all that stuff. Um, some of you may remember me when I played Marvel back in SoCal. If not, hi.
Yeah, I mean, you played a bunch of different games, not just Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel was the only one I did any good at.
Yeah, but whatever. You know, you've been playing fighting games since forever.
Yeah, World Cup is at James's house.
The World Cup is not at James's house, no. But James is currently at the World Cup of
Oh
KI,
my
which
God,
just finished.
stream.
Um,
Okay, so anyways.
so, anyways, yeah, let's talk about Street Fighter Five. The beta is over now.
Which is the most depressing thing I've heard in a while.
Not long until the final version comes out. It's just a couple of
Too
weeks
long.
now. So at that point, we'll be able to crack out as much as we want. But
Yeah, and have a new character to do it with.
Fong.
yeah.
I'm still really looking forward to Fong.
Okay, yeah.
So excited about Fong.
So maybe we can start this out by talking about the characters that you and I both used, right? What you used Mika mostly?
Almost exclusively. I played a couple other characters for a while, realized that I wasn't familiar enough with them yet, and then just went back to playing Mika.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, I did some lab time. It was nice to find, like... So, I'm going to open up with my favorite thing, is, last beta I found the Zangief V-reversal into air throw,
That's right.
and I saw some guys on the Shoryuken forums were like, oh, it got taken out. Well, that's good. That shit was overpowered. Horrible, horrible, horrible. No, it's definitely still in there.
Oh, really? Yeah, I had heard it was out too, so I didn't even test because people told me it was gone.
It definitely is still there. It seems like it might be slightly harder.
Yeah.
On the other hand, with the way input leniency is, I found it's actually not that bad to just mash it. Like, you just mash a couple 360s, and then when you think you're close, just hold up, and then start mashing the punch buttons, and you can still get it pretty reliably. It's really good against Yoga Gale. It's like the only thing that can actually save him.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I also saw it before, right? It worked on Jaguar Kick from Nash,
Yeah,
something like
the
that.
moonsault from
Moonsault.
Nash.
Yeah.
Yeah, the EX moonsault, it works on that. Works on like Ken's hurricane kicks at the right spacing, but it's super tricky. There's a couple other scenarios, but like the important ones, that if he ever dares to throw out that moonsault, it beats that, and it beats Yoga Gale.
All right.
Because-
My favorite thing that I found was the fact that when you activate V trigger, it eats the opponent's inputs, and
sense.
yeah, right. So it's kind of like Street Fighter 4 Ultras.
Ridiculous stuff all day.
What's that?
I said I was watching you eat ridiculous stuff all afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. So like
Well,
if
does it
I feel like
does it
this is
have
really good
the,
for Mika. So
does it have a buffer window? Because I know like one thing I was testing was Zangief's air grab against Vega's super. And when he actually hits the super flash, I can actually buffer in the 360 still.
no, for V trigger, all those inputs that you do during the V trigger freeze are gone. Like they'll show up on the actual training mode, like the list of inputs, but they don't do anything, and you have to like do stuff afterward. So
Awesome.
like as Mika, what I was thinking you could do is like the opponent's getting up, maybe they want to do like reversal dragon punch or something. V trigger to suck out the dragon punch, and then here comes Nadeshko, right? You go whatever, some mix up. I don't know. But
Maybe.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I did find a bunch of new 50-50s with Mika too. Like I found a dash under setup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like it's like one of the only ones. It's kind of a nightmare to get it going, but like all sorts of just nasty little stuff that most of it I didn't get to test, but like in combat. But at least I found them in training mode, so I know they exist. So if
Yeah.
I can get like a good corner setup, then people will be hurting.
I found a nice cross-up dash to the other side sort of setup with Zangief, too. After crush counter, stand roundhouse, anti-air, you can reset with stand jab or with forward medium kick, dash to the other side. And depending on like when you press the medium kick or the jab, you'll stay on the same side or go to the other side. And...
Huh.
Yeah. Because
It's weird. Like, his dash isn't even that fast, so
His dash
him being
is
able to do
sick,
that is
dude.
crazy.
his dash is so good. Oh, man.
And it actually got nerfed too, didn't it?
Did it? Oh, I don't know.
I think it's a little less ridiculous than it was in 3.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's talk about Mika. What do you think about her?
I think Mika is very telling of the balance of the game.
Okay.
Because I was talking about it earlier. I was sitting there like, okay, Cammy matchup. Well, god damn it, there's a Cammy. Oh, this character. Oh, dang, this is a character. Whatever. And then I realized, like, wait, I think I hate fighting every character. Now, that either means that Mika's terrible, or the game is just so balanced you don't feel like you have an advantage. And I honestly think the balance is way tighter in this than any other. I think this might be really close to final balance. Nobody seems to completely dominate the playing field, and even if they come close, then they have a couple of good counter picks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anyone just outright beats anything.
Well,
Although,
yeah.
so now you might be able to know. I was under the impression that Bison's V skill was for projectiles. It works on normals.
Yeah, as long as it hits it in sort of that mid section, right?
Yeah, because he was definitely catching Mika's roundhouse with it, and I was like, "What the crap?"
Yep, I saw that. I found that a couple betas ago. Dude, I'll tell you, that roundhouse, I don't think it's great. I don't think it's very good. I really don't.
It's a very gray area move. Like, you have to find particular times where you're allowed to use it, and times where it's safe. And
I just feel like everybody should hit it on its way over. Like, everybody should just knock you out of the air. It's
yeah, well, one thing though is that it's still really good because it's good for training opponents. Because what I started doing is that you can charge it like 70% of the way and let go, and it does the close range version.
uh-huh.
So if people want to like use something to punish it, like one was Bison's super. He did it to me once. I was like, all right,
yeah.
and then just did the close range one. He just throws out a super out of nowhere.
Sure. Okay, yeah, I can definitely
So-
see that working.
It's pretty good for that because there's the two versions of it. And it's okay for meaties or a couple situations, but yeah, for the most part, it's not very good. It's good for spooking people. That's about it. It's a psychological tool more than anything.
I guess it's for my characters. I feel like it's really simple to deal with. So I've been playing Zangief, and I press medium punch, medium kick, and I just iron body it.
Yeah,
And
you
then
win 100%.
with Dalsum, medium kick slide 100%. With
Yeah, 'cause you low profile it.
low profile it. With Bison, medium punch, medium kick. Like you said, you just V skill it. And then I guess that's it. Those are really the characters I played. So
No, definitely. I definitely almost never throw it against him.
yeah.
So we got a question from the audience. What's the best use for her back HPCC and a use for V skill?
For Mika's,
Yeah.
forward hard punch?
Yeah.
The thing is about that forward hard punch with Mika, you use it as a meaty. If
Yeah.
anybody presses anything except EX Shoryu, they get popped. If not, it's safe on block. Whatever.
Is that this? It's like the little.
Yeah, the little uppercut thingy. Yeah, and that thing is a launcher on crush counter. They get like twice as high. Crush counter, it gives you all sorts of crazy combos. She can now charge a roundhouse after it as a combo tool.
Wow. Okay.
So there's that.
That sounds good.
Otherwise, you can like jump and chase after it with air normals into resets and all sorts of stupidness. V skill, you just use it for full screen and hope for the best half the time. And there's a couple. It's really like her V skill. You just have to know it for matchups.
Uh-huh.
If you do a hard a punch throw, you get a little bit of time to throw it. If the opponent's chucking fireballs, you can use it maybe once or twice. If the opponent's Nikali and they're not close to you, go ahead and use it. Because unless Nikali's within half screen, there's nothing he can do about it.
He can super on if he's half screen. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, if he's half screen, he can dash in and punish you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Unless he times it wrong and hits the armor.
Yeah, but if he's more than half screen, then you can just throw it. There's nothing he can do. because he's gonna like
Yeah,
basically get hit
that
by
makes
the
sense.
microphone, or he's gonna try to hit you and you'll armor through it.
Yeah.
The microphone will probably hit him, and you can combo out of the microphone.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah, I made the mistake a couple of times at the start of reacting to that microphone by doing a jump in. But yeah, the microphone hits you, she combos.
Yeah.
As Geef, you can just do EX bear grab from like half screen, and it just comes in. I don't know. I didn't test it in training mode, but it worked on all the Mikas I tried it against. And so
Yeah, well, if Mika is throwing microphone against you, she's already making a mistake.
yeah,
Thank you for the character she just doesn't use it against.
yeah,
Unless
I think
she,
you're
like,
right. Yeah.
Unless she maybe, does a punch throw, gets him full screen, then she can throw the microphone before he can get to her.
I see.
That's, like, it.
But that matchup seems tough.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it seems really bad for Mika.
I think it's, all things considered, I think that might actually be her worst matchup. That's the matchup I'm most terrified of.
That makes total sense to me. Yeah, I really like Geef's buttons in that match. His anti-airs are sick. Like, she can't do some of her cool tricks.
The thing is that she's not going to get in reliably enough to start all her gimmicks.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
I mean,
If she
you
can get her gimmick started, she can win. But
you can pressure Geef in this game. I mean, you should be pressuring Geef in this game because his only option is super. If he doesn't have that, then it's it.
But the only thing Mika can do, like any of her safe buttons, are only safe enough to hold up. Once the Geef starts realizing air pile driver, then she's got nothing. She can't keep up safe pressure for long enough.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, personally, I was underwhelmed by Mika. I have been for the last couple of betas. I feel like she has some really cool ideas, but mid range I feel like is like okay, but nothing to write home about. And wake
She
up
still has
is,
a real problem with fireballs.
whatever. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, she basically needs meter to contend with fireballs enough, because someone chucks a fireball, you EX through it, knock them down, and then you hope to start your pressure game.
Yeah.
You hope you don't screw up and take an anti-air.
Yeah, I can see that. Like as Dalsum, I even felt pretty confident against Mika. I mean, she gets in, like that's my ass, but I feel pretty confident in the neutral game against Mika as Dalsum.
Yeah, well, it's one of the things that I've had to learn is Mika's philosophy, like how I think she needs to be played, is very much like Makoto in 4. She just has to play ridiculously patient until there's one opening and then go ham. And even like against Sim, having to play patiently from full screen is really weird.
Yeah.
I would say hi to Broly.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Brawley.
What up, man? Yeah, I don't know, Mika. I hope that they give her something, but I don't know what that would be. I guess that's you obviously know her more than I do.
Reversal. I want a reversal.
I just don't feel like that's the issue. Like
Maybe not, but it's another one she has. She has nothing. She can do nothing against a good cross up, and she has nothing on wake up.
yeah, no, I think that is an issue. Although a lot of characters have that issue in this game, but
A lot don't, and it makes it feel really bad when you realize that there's like 3 or 4 characters with a ridiculous wake up DP. That if it gets blocked, they get screwed. But Mika's her moves that are almost reversals are almost as punishable and can be beat on startup.
yeah, look, I mean I think that's a problem for her. I just think that if I were playing Mika, I think I'd be more like I would love it if like the charged roundhouse had like 3 versions or something where it was like the full screen, like the full roundhouse, then the little roundhouse, then like half of it. Rather than having like
just
the 2.
give it better projectile invulnerability.
I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. Something like that.
Or actually Peach. Give Peach projectile invulnerability so you can't combo off it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I mean that sounds fine. I don't know. I don't think she's that great, but
No, she's really not. But she's the most fun character in the game for me.
Hey, I hear you.
And I wanted her back for way too long.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Have her, I'm gonna play her.
Yeah.
Besides, if nothing else, I can think of it this way. Look what happened to like the Gen players. Eventually, Gen got buffed a little bit, and the people who stuck with him that whole time started winning tournaments.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So,
I definitely
I'm gonna
think
be the best low tier hero I can until they buff my character.
I think in Street Fighter V, I think that will happen. Yeah, I think that they will care about the balance and they like actually will make those changes. I think they've said that they're not going to do it immediately. Like they'll let it marinate a little bit. But
they're looking at doing it like an annual.
Yeah, exactly. But you're not going to be in some situation where you're going to play Q for 15 years. But yeah, you're right. When Mika was announced, a lot of people were on Twitter like, "Oh yeah, I remember Mika. I'm so happy she's back." you're like one of the only people who actually I know cared about Mika beforehand. Like almost like nobody ever talked about Mika, but you did. You did.
Post was like, oh cool, Nadeshko's in it because I was the person who'd heard of her.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Out of the 4 hours, 8 people played her total, and one of those was Olaf.
Yeah.
So,
like that's the thing is people are like, I'm gonna try Mika. That did not work. I'm gonna play Laura.
I mean, at the end, right before it ended, A4 was what played Mika for about
Andre.
Yeah, about half an hour.
mm-hmm.
But otherwise, yeah, nobody was playing her. Nobody was playing Nash today.
Oh, I ran into quite a few. But
there was a significant
not Nash, Nikali.
Oh yeah,
Nikali, yeah.
I still think there was a significantly lower amount of Nashes today than there were the past few days, or full betas even.
Yeah, but still, doing the count, Laura
It's still
and
Nash.
Nash were
Yeah.
by far. I mean,
Yeah.
3-1. Everybody was overplaying them.
But
Yeah.
Beta 3, I swear to God, I think 80% of my matches were Nash.
Yeah, Nash was all over the place. I didn't see too many Lauras. The ones that I did see, I'll be honest, I'm underwhelmed by Laura too. I feel like she has good stuff when she gets the knockdown, but like hit confirms aren't there, pressures kind of I don't know, man.
I think it's like a Geef thing. Geef can beat her, but some of the other characters I like struggle with her because her normals leave you in a ridiculous amount of block stun, and I think her throw might be throw immune.
Yeah, I can tell you it is because I've tried as Geef to do command grab and her thing beats me.
Yeah, but the EX isn't, funny enough. I've definitely thrown her out of the EX dash into throw.
I mean, the dash is bad, dude.
It's terrible.
Yeah, like even Fierce to dash and then she tries to block.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the EX command grab where she dashes.
Oh, she dashes first. Yeah.
Yeah, that is not throw immune because I definitely chucked her straight out of it.
That makes sense.
Irene was eating her for breakfast. Chun was eating her up. She was 50-50 versus Birdie, where she just made her look stupid.
I can see that. Yeah.
So actually, let's talk about Chun.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Chun is ridiculous. Dude.
I have never seen Hazanshu safe on block.
Chun is absurd, man. So I played against this Chun-Li who anti-aired me really well with stand short. And I went into training mode and I tried to find out like anything I could do as Geef to deal with stand short. 0 things. Okay?
Nope.
Then I tried against back fierce. Even more absurd. Like I tried back fierce timed so that like as Geef, my jump medium kick was like hitting the back of her neck. Okay? But
still hit you.
Back fierce is here.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
but it was hitting here.
Third strike back fierce.
Yeah.
We got like Blaze Blue hitboxes going on.
Yeah, it's absurd. And then obviously her buttons are great. The mix-ups are sick. That the legs, like the air legs, dude, she has some good pressure with that stuff. So
yeah.
I think that character has everything. She's really good. I think
she is ridiculously safe on block. Like
safe on block.
In trigger, she is so safe on so much. Like she's like -2 or 3 on a couple of moves, but like everything else she's safe or positive. And you just have to wait it out and hope for the best.
Like her overhead, she can link out of in V trigger.
She can, and the thing is, like, that's the one. It's safe on block.
Oh yeah,
I definitely went for like a standing short punish, which is I think 3 frames, and she definitely just blocked it and punished me. And I was like, well, nuts.
I did see you eat a set of her EX legs with the red whirlwind.
Oh,
me?
When you used the V trigger,
Yeah.
Zengi V trigger, just sucking her out of it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Did that happen? I don't remember.
I saw you do that at least once today.
Okay,
the
well,
vacuum would pull her out of it. So
I can see that. And some of her air pressure I tried. I like went into training mode and set it up against. I feel like Geef can lariat or stand jab out of that stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. Chun-Li shouldn't jump. Unless she just throws immediate EX or immediate air legs, she shouldn't jump.
Yeah. But I think it's immediate air legs. Or pogo mix-ups are really good in this game, I think. Because cross-up jump medium kick are really good.
Neutral jump
really
fierce, the Chun Yukin.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Dude, neutral jump fierce, Chun Yukin. That thing is really good. It stuffs a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Like, just beats it clean.
Yeah. That character is amazing. I don't know. I heard other people talking about her as being good, and I didn't know why until this weekend. So
crouching medium punch into V trigger.
Yeah.
That's her slide.
Yeah, no, because it slides, right? It's like
slide,
a half
low
screen
profile, really good.
Yeah.
V trigger cancel, dead character.
Yeah. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, EX Bird is really good.
Yeah, EX Bird seems really good.
Like, there's just nothing bad about that character.
I totally agree. Yeah, and I think that something that's I think is really really good actually in V Trigger is not just that she can link out of stuff more, or just even get better juggles. It's that she does more white life damage whenever she presses buttons. And since everything is safe or plus, she's just in there pressing buttons, right? So you're just losing all this white life, like. And then if she gets an overhead, she cashes out. It's like KI, right? Yeah. I feel like it's KI. She cashes out into.
And you just wonder what happened.
Yeah. So she's really good, I think.
You got some people saying that, or one person saying that he thought she was 50-50 versus Vega, though.
Oh, yeah? I mean, I haven't played the matchup on either side. I wouldn't know how it goes.
I can see that making sense, though, because if he can actually outpoke her range, it's like the only matchup where he wants to stay claw.
Yeah, that might be true. Yeah. But yeah, that character is really good. A lot of other people talked about Nash as being top 5. I guess I could see that, but I'm not sure.
He still might be.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah.
He's still, I don't know, it's weird. Like, he doesn't seem like the overpowering force he was before, but I can't actually nail down what his nerfs would have been. It's really weird. Like, I don't know, maybe,
I think there was some combo nerf, if I recall correctly, but...
Oh, yeah, actually, no.
Right?
It did look like he actually got, like, pushed back a little further on his target.
I think that's what it is,
so he can't, like, link one into the other.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think it's like jab strong used to link into short something, whatever it was. But now you can't do that. But he's still really good. It's just...
He can still link crouching strong, so whatever.
Yes. Yeah. And anti-airs are still there. His ground buttons are good.
His command grab steals a half a chunk of meter.
Yeah. Tricky mix-ups, good mobility, the V-trigger is good, right? I mean, that's just a really good option. So, yeah, I think he's a pretty good character all around. He doesn't have, like, some invincible hit. I don't think even Super is. It wasn't a couple of betas ago. I don't know if they buffed it, but...
No, I think it has like a little bit of startup.
Does it now? Okay.
Just a little bit.
But, nothing else. So, I mean, that's his problem, but I feel like he's slippery enough that that's not going to come up very often, so...
Yeah, all of his problems are negligible.
Yeah. Who else did people talk about as being top 5? Ryu, yeah. Ryu's really good. I mean, what can you say? Like, he's just a good... I think he's awesome.
Saw a lot of really goods. He won a lot more than he lost today.
That makes sense.
Especially in the top tiers. Justin went up against like 3 or 4 really good Ryus today, and they were tough matches all the way through. I mean, it was down to like the last 20% of life every time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that character is really good. He just has all the tools, Like, there's nothing bad there.
Yeah, I like to, make little jokes about it. It's kind of like, some movies that are out there. It may not be the best, but there's nothing actually wrong with it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember there was one that really upset me. I preemptively jumped a fireball. Ryu threw the fireball. Walked forward and Shoryu'd.
Well, dude, your character has such a floaty jump.
It's not that bad. It really isn't. But it was enough time to walk forward. It's not like Chun in 4.
Okay, but it's...
Where she's damn near
it's not that great.
No,
I think that character is really good, and I feel like he zones even better than some other characters do. Like, Sim you might think of as a zoner, but I feel like Ryu and Denjin is, like, a really good zoner. Yeah. So,
the fact that you block that charged fireball, he has enough time to dash in on the guard crush.
Yeah. Good normals, he has Dragon Punch. Yeah, he's...
Invincible EX up the wazoo.
Yeah, even medium punch is invincible without meter, so it's good.
Good.
Yeah, I think Vega is really good still, but I will tell you this. I was disappointed to find out that EX Wall Dive does not hit crouching opponents on the way up anymore. It just can't. Like, I tried it on Crouching Birdie, and he flies right through Crouching Birdie.
Huh.
So I feel like that totally sucks for him. And if he gets like Forward Fierce, which crush counters, I couldn't find anything other than Slide. Not like EX off the wall didn't work. Like, I don't know. Super didn't work. And then Stand Roundhouse is the other crush counter, and that totally whiffs on crouching opponents. So I feel like he has this big hole against people who are trying to crouch. But, he has good buttons and mobility.
It might be one of those things that they're trying to force him to use V-Trigger as a combo tool rather than only an escape tool.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's unfortunate.
That's fine. I don't like Vega.
A lot of votes for Karen and Cutting in the top 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Defensive.
I have to say, after watching all day, Rashid is
We'll get to Rashid.
stupid.
I've been singing Rashid's praises for a while, but we'll get to that. Let's start
Sure.
with Karen.
Sure.
mean-
Karen seems like she's third strike Ken to me. She has, in terms of footsies, her footsies
Yeah.
and pressures seem very, very much like that same character. Similar sort of dash option, similar crouching medium kick, the
Her
strong.
block speed, dash speed are really good.
Yeah.
Her command dash is incredible.
Yeah.
And her just neutral pokes are ridiculous. And then, what is that, standing fear? So she's like, ta-da, and hits everything.
Yeah. Yeah, all those things are really, really good. The canned mix-ups after quarter circle back kick and, the overhead, I don't think those are good. Those seem weak to me. I set the CPU to do them, and I could mash crouching light kick against everything. And then
I definitely command grabbed her out of overhead into sweep.
Yeah, that sucks.
She did the overhead, and I was like, grab.
Oh, that's pretty
got her
sick.
before the
Okay.
sweep could hit.
Even the V trigger. I figured out a way to consistently block against all the options. You can do low block, high block, crouching other way block. 100%.
That's all.
You block everything. So that way you're blocking the low slide, you're blocking the overhead, and you're blocking the cross up. If you do crouch block, stand block, other way crouch block. And you'll also duck the command grab option. So it's solved. But
Yeah, that's very much the thing. Like, it's her neutral footsies are what's going to kill you.
Yeah, but
Her
that's the
mix-ups,
thing, right?
If you know the matchup, then her mix-ups mean nothing.
yeah.
Just pay attention.
Yeah, for sure. But she has good enough buttons, good enough combos, and sort of just frame traps
Her V skill's good.
it's fine.
Which also means that's the thing. Like, I agree with you that her rekkas and combos and like mix-up stuff isn't that good.
Yeah.
So what do? Use her V reversals.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Dude, just burn everything on V reversal because that shuts down so much and it's unexpected.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, if I were a Karen player, I don't think that I would care much about V-Trigger. Like, you get more damage in V-Trigger, right? Like, you can sort of link into it, whatever. But outside of that...
I mean, you do take the extra point of damage scaling when you
That's
pop
true.
it, though.
Yes, you do.
So,
But no, anyway, I could see V-Reversal being useful for her.
are you playing music?
Me? I'm not.
Oh, no, a stream restarted. Hang on a second, being dumb. That's why. Because I was watching the KI Cup, and apparently they pulled the stream off and then put it back online so the page refreshed.
Ah.
I was hearing weird stuff. It was weird. Okay, so yeah, Rashid.
Rashid.
I have been singing this guy's praises for months. I
Yeah?
think he's top 5.
Do you?
I think it'll be a crime if we don't have a Rashid in top 8 Evo.
Really?
I really do. He's got so many things that are just straightforward good, and he's got that weird like matchup setting where he's like Fuerte or Blanca, where if you don't know the matchup, you're gonna get blown up hard.
I think that's true.
He has all the mobility options. Like he can run away, he can zone, he can rush you down, frame trap you. And he's still like, I think he got nerfed in this build. Like one thing he had that was a frame trap button is now slightly punishable.
Yeah.
But if he plays smart around it, it doesn't matter.
What was the
And
button?
I think it was like what, Ford Fierce, that two-handed chop.
Oh, yeah.
That's like -3 instead of 0 or something now.
Oh, okay.
Or I could be wrong. It could be the same, but people are so used to frame trapping with it that they're
Yeah.
still hitting buttons afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, I fought a couple of really good Rashids. I got blown up by Moons. I got blown up twice by Josh.
Oh.
By Nerd Josh.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nerd Josh was throwing something that I didn't see anybody else doing all day. He was throwing a point blank fireball roll. I mean, it was Hugo point blank.
Yeah, like, okay, so you know how he has the hard fireball cancel into roll?
Yeah.
Well, he was canceling like a close normal into that fireball, which actually made it like safe, or it was either a block string or frame trap. I don't think there's anything I could do about it.
Uh-huh.
And then into the roll for whatever new pressure he wants.
Interesting. And that felt safe, the
It's
fireball
pretty
into roll?
devastating.
It's really, yeah.
It hurts.
Hmm.
And again, Rashid's one of those characters like Chun is going to deal a shit ton of white damage and then poke you once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean, so much of his stuff is safe that his normal throw is like his scariest move.
Well, I can tell you from the Geef perspective, the way that people play, people aren't doing this yet. You need to rush Geef down. You need to knock Geef down and pressure him. Nobody does that yet. So what people are trying to do is just zone out with the air fireballs, and I don't think that that's that great. I'm not worried about that because they don't extend horizontally. So I can wait for them to go up. I can't jump, but I am not worried about them if I'm half screen. Right, that's not doing anything to me. So that flustered a lot of Rashids, and they ended up canceling that into the roll, right?
Yeah, no.
So whatever, I can punish that. I just stick out crouching, medium kick, or sweep, and they run right into it, and now it's my game. So I don't think that the zoning is legit. I think that his pressure is good. I think that his buttons are good, but zoning.
It's not the fact that it's the zoning inherently. It's the fact that it lets him mount his offense or get like stability. Or it forces the opponent to just make a mistake. It's not normal, just like, I'm going to chuck stuff and see what happens, keep you locked in one position. It's the way his fireballs work, you only have like 2 or 3 angles of approach.
Yeah.
And the way that they work between light, medium, and heavy, they're surprisingly hard to react to which one is which.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can just sit there and be patient, cool. You know, if you've got the life lead and he doesn't, well, then he has to come in. And it nullifies most of his fireballs. If you see him start at the hard fireball, okay, cool, throw out a poke.
Yeah.
I literally beat a Rashid because he was full screen, and I saw him wind up a hard fireball, and I was like, this motherfucker is going to roll in on me. Dunzo.
Yeah. But no, I want to see more of the pressure for him. I'd really like to try out the Nerd Josh stuff you're talking about. That seems like it'd be good. It could be good.
Yeah, so. I don't know if he was streaming or not, but...
Yeah.
If not, I mean, I've got everything archived of him beating me up, so hey.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was nice. I think it's really nice that there were a little bit more Rashids this time around than there were previous builds, and there were a lot of guys putting in work.
Yeah, that much was obvious.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of streamers doing.
Oh yeah, actually, because his also standing roundhouse. It's a low crush. It's a low crush.
Yeah, the double kick looking thing.
So
yeah.
Front
Yeah.
tumble thing. Yeah, low crush counter.
Right.
You better not be mashing crouching short.
You know what? The only Rashid who beat me, if I recall correctly, now that I think about it, was Alex Valle. And the first couple rounds, he tried to zone me out, and it did not work. And when he beat me the third round, he rushed me down. Now that I think about
running tornado and EX tornado.
That's what happened. So.
Running tornado and EX tornado because you thought you could punish it, and then you get the EX one to the face.
Wait, which tornado? I don't know the move names.
It's like a little dragon punch thing, whatever.
Little tornado. It's a tornado, yeah,
safe.
Literally. Yeah.
And then he just throws the EX one because someone tries to hit a button.
I think that did happen, actually. But, you know, I tested some cool stuff as Geef. You can punish the running kicks and the dive kick with him. Not with sweep, which is what I tried at first. But either with stand fierce or even better, you can just V-trigger. You can punish with V-trigger.
Oh.
So,
I don't know. I love stand fierce. Like, fully charged stand fierce into uncharged fierce works. And then you can do whatever. Like, you can V-trigger after that.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. Fully charged fierce, and you get the crush counter.
Oh, crush counter, sure. Yeah.
Because, the fully charged one knocks down.
Right.
And then you can also do a fully charged fierce after the V-trigger. Like, when they juggle and you normally could get, like, the EX pile driver.
Yes.
You can get a full charge fierce on that. And I was like, ooh!
Yeah.
That dude does so much stun.
Okay, so let's talk about Geef then.
Let's do that.
Geef is the character that I played the most. Probably not surprisingly. And he's very good. He's a very good character. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him. You just have to play him differently. And
he feels like he's like number 6. He is just outside the top 5.
I honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. He doesn't have a wake up game. Okay, so he's not the old Geef who can mash super or he can mash super, but he can't mash SPD. EX SPD doesn't work like that. Running parry grab does not have
EX SPD
armor.
is throw immune.
Yeah, only throw immune, but you can, if you press buttons against him, you're not worried. Unless he has super.
A lot of people don't know that apparently.
Yeah, exactly. But as I played, more and more people were doing stuff to me as I was getting up. So at least good players are figuring it out. But the rest of his game is super strong. His buttons are really good. I feel like this is one of the better set of buttons that he's ever had.
Standing jab is such a good anti-air.
Jab is a very good
It's
anti-air.
everywhere.
Yes, it does.
It's like Hulk Fierce in Marvel. It hits everywhere.
Stan Roundhouse is really good actually, and crush counters as an anti-air. Crouching Fierce is I think one of the best anti-airs that I've come across in Street Fighter V. I just started a little bit earlier, but it's really, really good once you get it started. And then his pressure is just awesome. Like, you can set up ambiguous splash into hit confirm, crouching short, or crouching medium kick into lariat. For
Standing medium
300
is exactly enough frames for you to get a pile driver.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's seriously. I think it's like +4 on hit. So if they do anything other than get out of there, they're getting a pile driver.
That's cool. I didn't know that. All right.
It's really gross.
Forward Fierce knocks down, and if opponent's in the air, and super easy to link out of it into it. Great hit confirm.
And it juggles.
His dash, juggles. His dash is really good. So I landed, so he's harassing with these good buttons, right, in the neutral game. So good to set up for dash forward grab. It's like he's able. Like, he just dash in command grab, and that works really, really well. But what I started doing, and I landed a couple of times, was dash up, crouching short, super, because you can hit confirm that. So if somebody reacts by trying to jump, you have an answer to that. It's so good, dude.
Anytime I play Geef and I get him close, I literally will hold up. I don't care what he's doing. Until he proves that he will air pile driver me, I will hold up. I will take 7 jabs to the face to not get pile driver.
You know what? I mean...
I play Marvel. I hold up back.
Yeah.
What are Geef's bad matchups?
Oh, well, the worst one seems like it's Dalsum. That matchup seems just awful.
So.
As a sim player, I ate alive all the Zangiefs I played, and as a Geef player, I think I lost to every sim. I do think that I started to figure some stuff out about it as Geef. You can whiff punish sim limbs if he makes anything whiff. If he throws a fireball, you get at least 1 free dash forward. So, there are some things. We'll see how it goes, but it does seem like a really bad matchup for now. Yeah.
Which is funny, because I think in Beta 3, it was the other way around. I think Zangief beats him hard in Beta 3.
Oh, yeah. No, I just think you basically press stand medium punch and stand medium kick as sim, and then, crouching strong as anti-air, and that's the whole match. And it kind of sucks for Geef, because his options to get around that are, maybe, Iron Body, but then...
Jumping medium kick.
Yeah, jump medium kick, but crouching strong beats that. So I feel like you can't...
Trade?
Sometimes it trades, but only if the sim player does it late.
So. I honestly, I go... when I play Geef, this even happened in 4. I would use jumping medium kick, and I'd throw it early to force trades.
Yeah.
Because I know I have the health to take it.
Yeah.
If someone's going to anti-air me that much, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, no, you're all right. It's just that it doesn't get you in there, so... I don't know. That feels tough. Other than that, I didn't feel like I was in a bad matchup. Okay, certainly there were people who beat me, but I don't think that those were matchup reasons. That was the only one that I played that I felt like I was in a bad position. Ryu felt pretty even. Rashid pretty even. All the characters we just talked about. Oh, maybe Vega. Maybe Vega has an advantage. Actually, Chun-Li as well. Because her anti-air game is absurd.
Let's be honest. Do we think anyone actually beats Chun, on paper?
I would be surprised if any character beat Chun-Li. I just think that character is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has a 6-4 against Chun.
I would be surprised. Yeah. So.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen Bison Chun.
I played Bison Chun as Bison.
Made a couple of them.
Yeah, it felt pretty even. I thought there was one guy who beat me, but he was clearly way better. So I don't think that was really accurate for matchup concerns.
Well,
we're getting a lot of birdies.
Okay, well let's go to Birdie then.
Birdie, just to briefly say, I don't think that's a bad matchup for Geef either. That feels like a fine one. But yeah, I played Birdie for a little while. Birdie, I think, is a good character, who I don't expect to get better, if that makes any sense. Not because of buffs,
absolutely.
but because I just feel like the way he plays is not going to get any more complicated than it is. And that kind of makes me sad, because I really like the idea of Can and Banana. But unless some really cool stuff gets figured out, that I haven't been able to figure out, and other people haven't yet, and as many times as we've been able to play so far. I just don't see him like getting more complex. In fact, I see him getting worse because I think people will get used to the Revenger hop grab more, and I think they'll get used to some of those setups, and I just don't think that bodes well long term for Birdie. I don't think he'll ever be bad, but I do think that he like won't be top tier.
Yeah, it's one of those things that the system in place, I think, is what kills him. If he had a hard knockdown, he'd be done. Like if you could get a reliable hard knockdown other than crush counter, he would probably be top tier. Because you just force people to wake up into banana all the time.
That would be great.
Set up unblockables, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah, I think banana and can are the only things that are actually going to keep him good. Which, by the way, though, that is one thing that Mika's great for. Charge roundhouse. If I see Birdie even come close to going like this, I hit charge roundhouse. And it beats him every time. Goes into a full combo. He dies.
And it doesn't. You don't land on the banana or anything, right? You're.
No. If it hits, it goes just past the banana, and if it's the can rolls past her before she lands.
That's great. Okay.
So yeah.
That sucks for Birdie.
Birdie is actually, I think, in Mika's favor. It's one of the only ones I really do think's in her favor.
Oh, okay. I mean, he does have really good buttons.
Oh no, he's still really good.
Yeah.
But he's not. I don't think he's as insurmountable. I think it's already happening that we're already starting to learn how to get around him.
Yeah. That sounds right to me.
Yeah. A lot of people used to say he was top 5, and I firmly disagree.
I would be really surprised if I felt like he was top 5 in 6 months. That would be really surprising to me. People are talking about Nikali in the chat. Dude, I don't really like Nikali. I feel like his buttons are pretty good, but I'm not scared about his pressure, really.
Nikali is where Cody players should go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And
all 2 of them.
I'll tell you,
like for frame traps and stuff? Yeah?
Yeah. I think if a really, really smart, math technical kind of player picks up Nikali, then they'll see a lot of success. Because they're going to know, basically how to abuse the frame traps to their best, like, mathematical advantage. But beyond that, no, he's going to have trouble. He really just comes down to do some pokes, get you scared of frame traps, dash command grab. I hope it worked.
And it's like we were saying on the stream earlier, either everybody's got him figured out or he sucks. Because nobody was playing him, and he went, in 4 hours that I saw him play before everything went dead tonight, he went over. Yeah. I saw 8 of them, and they all went over.
That sucks.
Yeah. He does have a good DP, though.
He does have a good DP, although safe jumpable. DP. Safe jumpable.
Yeah.
But yeah, as an anti-air, it's legit. For sure.
All things considered, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, in a game without very many like good reversals, it's a good one. So, I don't know the V skill. I can react to even when I'm playing online. I can iron body it every time. So I feel like that's just too slow. Like he does this whole wind up. It's like Viper, but he can't cancel it. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't think that's very good.
I think he needed the buffs he got, like basically being able to juggle out of it and stuff. I think that helped him.
That's nice, and he can, combo out of the target combo or whatever. That's great. But
there's actually one thing I don't know anything about. Did they buff his dive kick at all in this game, in this build? Because his dive kick was worthless.
I didn't see anybody do it. I don't think. I don't know that I ran into more than 1 or 2 Nikalis the whole weekend.
Yeah, I saw one throw it, like thinking he was going to dive in on me in the corner, and he missed. So I don't even know if it was good.
That sucks.
Because that dive kick is terrible.
Yeah, I think so too.
On the other hand, I think it's a good segue to Cammy.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Cammy, I'm really not sure about because I only ran into a few times. There was one player who I thought was really, really good with her, and he was doing things I didn't see anybody else do. Anti-air stand strong, seemed legit. Her pressure seemed, the sort of hit confirms were good. Everything, like links, I guess. EX dive kick is plus on block. Like, I can't punish it with Zangief super. So those are all really good things.
And it's a knockdown on hit, so she can juggle out of it.
Right.
She
seems good. She seems, honestly, I think she's really boring, and there's not that much interest there for me, so I didn't look into her at all. But she has...
I don't know what is with you guys thinking she's boring. I do not understand.
Because she's just a ground character who just no
here's the
tricks.
thing. Saying you're disappointed that she didn't get changed, sure, I'll buy that. But she's Cammy.
Yeah, she's been boring.
Still very much Cammy.
I know.
Did you always think Cammy was boring?
After Super Turbo, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, see,
since Hooligan has been bad, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I like James loves Cammy, and even he's saying she's boring in this game. I was like, what? She's still Cammy.
I just think that
I think she's more fun in this game than she's ever been.
What?
She's still just Cammy.
With the exception of I do hate. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. I hate the fact that she only has one crush counter now.
I don't even know what it is. What is it?
Back roundhouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she used to have crouching fierce, not anymore. So I don't know if that's gonna get changed back or whatever. But no, her V trigger cancels lead to some really nifty stuff. I like the way her V trigger moves work. Her mix-up potential around the Hooligan is actually better than anyone appears to think.
I think it's bad.
No, if you like start it into block strings, you get like the cross-ups. The EX version is ridiculous, by the way.
I don't know. I mean, maybe nobody did any cool tricks with me or against me, and I didn't look into it myself, so I don't know. But,
I think
The new Ibuki in
some of the upcoming majors, there's going to be a couple of camis that are going to just blow people up.
This is very different than saying she's bad. Okay, I think that she has really, really good mobility, good buttons, confirms, damage. She has a reversal. I think she has all the things that make you a good character. Just not for me any interest. But I definitely think she's
I
good.
built her first and built everybody else around her.
Oh,
You think she's like the default? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so too.
I just some of her fancier technical stuff's cool, and her footsies are really good.
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah.
But I literally won one match against a Cammy based on the fact that he wasn't keeping track of his V trigger well enough, because he anti-aired me with the V trigger DP, came in on me with the dive kick that was still V triggered. His V trigger expired,
Yeah.
and then he went for a drill.
Oh yeah.
But it was the not safe one.
Yeah. Yeah. That
And
sucks.
it was literally because I think he forgot he anti-aired me with the triggered version.
Oh yeah, that makes sense actually. That sucks.
But yeah, she took a couple of nerfs in this build, but I think she's still overall really, really strong. I think she's probably like that same like Zangief tier where she's just outside of top 5.
I could see that. Yeah. Yeah, I think she's very good. And if I don't know, she seems like a very fundamental Z character. So if you have good fundamentals, I'm sure you can make her work.
I think she's super underutilized.
Yeah, I only saw her a few times.
Nobody was playing her today.
Yeah. Yeah. Rare character. How about Bison?
Well, fuck
So
Bison.
that was one I wanted to lead into. Okay. Bison is... I think he's kind of like what we were originally talking about Zangief, like in previous builds, where he is just super stable. Like he's really strong, really good, really well balanced for the most part. He has to sacrifice a couple of like dumb tools to get a couple other really dumb ones in their place. Like, was it forward fierce and standing roundhouse are both crazy positive on block.
The down forward fierce, the sort of like over.
Yeah,
It's not an overhead, but it looks like it would be that move.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
And his standing roundhouse where he does, Chun's close roundhouse, that knee.
Mm-hmm.
Those are ridiculously positive on block.
Yeah.
And he gets to frame trap or get real combos out of them. His scissors, while they may be minus on block, they keep him spaced out far enough that you're not going to get a real punish most of the time.
Yeah.
His V-triggered EX stomp where he's teleporting in the sky just ruins lives.
Yeah. Man.
his-
That really hits in the air too. It's not just on the ground.
Probably has the best cross-up jump in the game.
Yeah.
So he's got the jumping, I think it's roundhouse, like the old knee where he crossed up and he shouldn't.
The
Super
knee is medium.
ambiguous. But if he does jumping fierce instead, he can whiff, but you're prepared to block, and then he'll throw you on landing.
Oh, I haven't done that. That makes sense though.
His dash throw is ludicrous because he might teleport through things and then throw you.
Yeah. That's basically why I'm playing him. I love that stuff. I played Bison in Super Turbo because he's like a really weird. You have to move around really weirdly with him. Like you can't. His walk speed is good, but you can't walk in a lot of matchups in ST. It's just not how it is, and there's no dash. So he has to move around with like scissors and Devil's Reverse and Stomp and like all these weird things. and I really like that. And he has a sick knockdown into cross up, and if he hits, stun, death on the next combo, right? Touch death. So very damaging, tricky character. And I hated him in SF4 because he's the complete opposite of that. No damage, no tricks, great escapes, but nothing else, and I hated it.
Yeah, just some footsies and some safe pokes and strings.
Yeah, not even a bad character, just not how I liked it.
Yeah,
so,
I definitely hated him in 4. I mean, I haven't really genuinely liked Bison since, like, Champion Edition. No, I'm sorry, Rainbow. Rainbow Edition was the last time I liked Bison. Air torpedoes were the best thing ever.
So in this game, when he has these crazy mix-ups again, I love it. I love it. So I'm moving around with Devils a lot, and dashing a lot, and jumping a lot. And the dash, I'll tell you, this mix-up is so good. Dash into grab or dash into stand roundhouse. And when I first tried that, I thought that it wouldn't work because stand roundhouse is throwable on startup. It's not like unthrowable. But just human reaction time is like, it's tough to react to whether he's going to do a dash into grab or roundhouse. It's tough to react.
No,
I crush countered a ton of people with roundhouse.
Dash throw, and I couldn't even tech it. Like, apparently I was throwing like a frame too early, and he was coming out of the dash or something. I don't know what happened, but I just got blown up for days with it.
Yeah.
Like, it was humiliating.
No, it's really, really strong. And his damage is good. And
I know it's at least in V-Trigger. If he throws, like, the long-range fireball, he can actually use his dashes to make it into boom armor.
Right,
and,
yeah.
Oh, the last thing you need to hear is Bison got boom armor. That's probably the most terrifying thing in the world.
Yeah, man, especially a character with, like, legit damage like he has. So, roundhouse scissors is safe, -2. They buffed it. Medium and short are the unsafe ones. So, I was just using it a lot. I was just doing roundhouse scissors. Like, here I am, like, half screen. Nobody expects a Bison to do scissors, but it's safe, so do it. And if you do that into V-trigger cancel, on block, you're advantaged, so you can pressure still. Obviously on hit, you get damage, so I just think he's a really good character in general. He doesn't have good wake-up options, but his mid-range game, I think, is really good. Anti-airs are legit for, like, the first time in Bison's history.
I'm really glad he doesn't have the old teleport.
Yeah, I like it. I would much rather have the Dimitri dash. So
in V-Trigger, can he still teleport through people with his dash?
Yes.
Yes.
So I had a setup with him in the last beta. I didn't test it, but I assume it still works. Which is actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I forget what the setup is. But anyway, the point was, depending on when you cancel into V-Trigger and then dash, you end up either in front or behind. And it's hard to know, like, which one he's going to be.
Like a reset situation kind of thing?
Like I was talking about, like, roundhouse scissors into V-trigger. Like, then you dash cancel. Then you dash afterward.
And depending on if you hit it early or late, you're going to wind up in front or behind based on, like, that 2 pixels of them shifting.
Exactly.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's gross. Yeah, that's when people just start mashing panic throw.
Yeah, for sure. No, super good character, I think. I really like him.
Be a terrible lot of Bisons today, but they had good win percentage.
Yeah, like there weren't that many Bisons, but those that were, they were all good.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I even actually took one safe slide. I didn't think that was even, like, possible, but there was definitely a safe slide, like full screen crouch roundhouse, and went dink, and he blocked my stand short. I was like, that's not good.
Oh wow.
Actually, which reminds me, I know also for a fact that Cammy's light drill can be made safe by distance.
Oh, okay. That's good.
It's good for her.
Yeah.
Bad for everyone else.
But it's not a low in this game, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
It
Pretty
is?
sure it still is.
It is? Oh, okay.
99.9% sure.
Okay.
You guys have Ken, Sim, and then the hate.
Oh, we haven't talked about those, right?
Yeah.
Ken, Sim,
and the
Laura,
character I hate most.
and Nash.
Okay, let's talk.
Actually, well, we talked a little bit about Nash.
We talked a little bit about Nash, yeah.
I mean, there's not much really to be said for him. Just on he's West.
People are saying it's not a low.
It's not? I really thought maybe, I don't know.
I hope it's not.
Anyways, Nash is Wesker. He's going to be the character that everyone plays. He's really easy to get like a good hold on, and he's still going to be really strong no matter what. Like, there's never a point where Nash is going to be just a bad character.
But you think he's going to get outclassed eventually? Is that what you're...
Very much so. He's already there. That's what I was seeing all day. I mean, everybody was playing him,
that's the thing.
He was getting outclassed.
The thing is that he just falls victim to the thing that a lot of players say he's good, so a lot of the players who aren't great at the game are going to pick him up expecting free wins.
Okay, I think that does happen, yeah.
And so, like, Nash's win rate was not great today, but it's because, like, a lot of, like, the higher level players weren't the ones using it.
Okay.
They were trying different stuff. I mean, like, Infiltration's one of the only guys who's still using it exclusively. Or not, yeah, Infiltration. He's, like, one of the only ones who's still using Nash, like, exclusively at the moment.
Did you watch him play? I didn't see Infiltration play.
I watched him Friday morning.
Okay.
And it's absolutely hilarious. I'd never actually taken a lot of time to watch his stream before. So funny.
He's a good streamer,
he's sitting there in the middle of a match, like, singing karaoke.
Yeah, he's really good.
Gangster rap. It is the funniest
awesome.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was definitely blowing people up. Actually, though, I did mess around with Nash a little bit in this build, trying to kind of like see what all the hype was.
Yeah.
I had no idea his V skill has juggle potential to put people into resets.
Yeah, that's new this build.
Why?
I don't know, but I think that's cool.
It's neato, but it's like, oh my god! Like, this character has, I think, a lot of unexplored power. Like just think about the thought of just using that to put people into like meaty moonsaults, as if it wasn't safe enough. You know, let's make it meaty too on a reset.
Well, did you see those corner setups? I tweeted it out. Okay, so you can do jab strong into roundhouse scythe. Is that the move? I don't know.
The anti-air thing.
Genocide cutter.
Yeah, genocide cutter.
Yeah, in the corner, and then you juggle with the V skill, and then you do V trigger, the up one, and it'll cross up.
Up back or up forward. He has two up teleports.
Up forward.
Okay.
And it'll cross up if you do it immediately, and it won't cross up. So you come down with medium kick. It'll cross up if you do it immediately, and it doesn't cross up if you do it just like a couple frames later. So it's really, really tough to see as the opponent blocking, like which side Nash is going to end up in this situation. That seems really, really good. It seems like a really dirty mix-up.
So with that, actually, do me a favor and take a little asterisk note real quick. Talking about some of the engine itself, I've actually noticed some quirks in relation to that.
Okay.
So let's wrap up the characters and we'll talk some about the engine itself.
Sure. Okay. Let's talk about Ken.
Let's talk about Ken.
Yeah. I think Ken is very strong. I just think he has good normals, good pressure. I know he's not a zoner, and you can't do fierce or you can't do button into run very often. And I think that people wanted to do both of those things with Ken. Like they wanted to play him like he was step kick Ken from Street Fighter 4, or they wanted to play him as Fireball Ken. But I don't think he's either of those.
No,
and yet I still think he's good at what he does. What's that?
Running without the step kick's good.
Yeah, I think it is too. Because I think it's... But not in the crouching medium kick cancel into V-skill pressure. That's unsafe.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people tried that, saw it didn't work, and thought, oh, enough of this character. But I really think he's good, even without that stuff. Normals,
yes.
Pressure, mobility.
Damage.
Yeah, damage. Damage is huge.
Oh my God.
Frame traps are legit. Anti-air is legit. I think he has all those things.
One little thing. So about the normal into run, one guy that I fought actually anti-aired me with a normal and canceled out into the run and got a run under.
Oh, cute. Okay.
So, having that available with some of the better tick throws in the game, I think his tick throws are really good. His DPs are really strong.
Yeah.
They're not just oh, it's a DP. They're pretty legitimate. Because he gets the old champion edition. I move forward further.
Yeah.
And it really tags a lot of scenarios that are really bad. I got anti-aired by step kick. He threw a fireball and I neutral jumped and he did step kick and step kicked me out of the air.
Wow,
I was
okay. That's
what?
awesome.
It was super funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ken's the whole thing is that he's going to have a high difficulty ceiling. In order to play Ken well, anyone to be successful, they have to be really good. He has to work harder, but I think he has a better payoff than a lot of the characters.
I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah, and I think a lot of the people who want to play Ken are not that type. Right? So I feel like oftentimes you're going to run into a Ken, and they're going to have no idea what's going on, and you're going to stomp them. But when you play against somebody who is good with Ken, I think that's going to be a threat. Definitely
Yeah,
a threat.
if one of the Japanese gods picks up Ken, like we're all in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I know I was talking with CD Jr., who is going in hard on this game, and he said that he thinks Ken is top tier, and that he's at the KI Cup right now, and he said on Monday when he gets home he's going to write up a whole thing about why he thinks Ken is top tier. So I'm looking forward to that. But he seems good.
I've been really upset by all the people who are like, Ken's garbage, Ken's bad, blah, 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 blah. And I talked about it a couple weeks ago because we were doing a little like Skype stream chat with some of my buddies, and we're talking about it comes down to the fact that not enough people are even playing Street Fighter V yet. There's a lot of people who are still playing Street Fighter 4.
Of course.
And so they're not playing Street Fighter V Ken, they're playing Street Fighter 4 Ken and losing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of the problem is no one's playing Ken to his potential just yet, or what his archetype's supposed to be.
And again, I think he plays differently than you would expect. Just looking at his options, you would think, oh yeah, I can totally do these things.
Oh yeah.
But it's not really like that.
The moment I saw that his Air EX Hurricane kick was a dive kick, I didn't know what to do with my life.
It's very different. And light kick Tatsu is 3 frames, punishes stuff, you know what I mean? Like, he has good juggles. I think he has a lot of things going on. And I didn't know this, but apparently Griever says that Ryan Hart thinks Ken will be the best.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, one thing, though, I did notice they did nerf his hitboxes a little bit on hard Hurricane Kick.
Oh.
The one where he, like, arcs over.
Uh-huh.
The hitboxes are a little smaller on that than they were in Phase 3.
Okay.
You know, I only found that out because I was testing the V-reversal with Zangief.
Oh, that's right,
And,
okay.
Previously, it would, like, hit perfectly 3 times every time, and this time it had to be point blank for it to get all 3 hits, even on Geef.
Duly noted.
Like, so that hitbox is a little smaller, but it's still, like, he's not going to throw it outside of a combo, so what is it?
Right,
really?
yeah, exactly. A couple people say that Momochi was playing Ken on stream and made him look really strong.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So if that is what Momochi ends up playing, yeah, I think that's an interesting choice. Good choice.
I'm really curious what Sako's gonna do.
Dude,
actually.
You know, well, let's save that.
Yeah.
Let's finish talking about the characters.
Okay, so we got Rara. I love. Okay, so I was watching a Japanese tournament and I saw they had the kanji written for every character when they got selected, and Laura's is Rara.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm just gonna call her Rara.
Dude, why not?
And I hate her with every ounce of my being.
Wait, didn't we talk about Laura?
No, not today.
Oh, we haven't done that.
I've already
yet.
expressed my intense hatred of the character. I take no issue with how she plays. I think she's a really neat style of fighting game character.
Okay.
It's her character design that drives me up the wall.
Oh yeah.
I hate her with every ounce of my being.
Okay.
Oh yeah. For starters, she's a Kardashian. That does not help her case.
I didn't hear you call the name, but I already knew you were talking.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
But okay, so me ranting on how much I hate the character is an entirely different subject, and that's not necessary, right?
Oh, whatever, man. It's fine.
Okay, she's definitely buffed from last build. Intensely buffed from last build.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. I honestly think she was the worst character in Beta 3.
Huh. What got buffed? I don't even know.
Frame advantage on block across the board. Like standing medium kick was already pretty good. Now that thing locks you down. She hasn't. If she hits you with the medium kick and you block it, and she dash cancels, she can still jab you on your startup of jumping.
Oh, okay. But you can jab her in between those.
If you're lucky.
No, I mean I tested.
You gotta be scared of her throwing you.
No, if she cancels any button into the command dash, you can press jab. It's a punish. It's like not even.
Okay.
So.
Let's see. I think her dashing elbow into command grab is a really good gimmick.
Yeah.
Just in general.
I think so too.
Her EX elbow, that thing is fast.
Yes.
For how far across the screen it goes, that thing is ridiculously fast.
I agree. It's fast.
She got some new combo ability tools. In Beta 3, where basically when she was introduced, for lack of a better term, because she had like the little like tech test before that, but 90% of her buttons were not V-triggerable.
Oh really?
And now they are.
Okay.
And it gives her so many more options compared to what she had. So now she's got all sorts of crazy setups into like she can now finally combo into forward fierce
That
fierce.
hurts my soul.
Forward fierce fierce.
She does like a little overhead into a launcher.
Oh, right.
She could not combo into that at all in Beta 3.
How does she combo in? Oh, you mean like V-trigger into it? So
Yeah, with a V-trigger cancel.
Yeah.
But she couldn't do it at all before.
Okay.
And she still got all the really cool tech that she had before, but now she can actually do it.
I don't think she's good.
I think she's okay.
I think
she's very much okay.
So I think she's really so nobody's terrible in this game. I don't mean to imply that, but
Yeah.
I do think that she is weaker than some, and it's because her pressure. I feel once she gets going, look, she has some sick frame traps, some good cross ups or not situations, things like that. But her mid range game, I think, is a little bit disappointing.
Maybe
I don't like the fact that you cannot do button into command dash after you do jab elbow. That's -2.
Wait. Oh, you mean safely do button in a command dash?
Exactly. Yeah. Right. After you do jab elbow, that's -2. She tries to press a button. Her fastest is 3 frames, which is great, but that's a 5-frame gap, and so you can stick in a button in between. You can just do it. She can do the EX elbow to like shut that down, right? But that's a big risk for her to take. So
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's again, there's a lot of like learning to play Street Fighter V because if you try to throw and she does a throw, she's gonna throw you out of it.
yeah, but I think you can just press a button.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
I mean, her wake up is not very good.
Yeah. Once we learn the matchup against her, I think she's gonna diminish a bit. I think that's true.
Yeah,
But
I
as it
think
is,
so
I
too.
mean,
I don't
I
think
like
she's
it.
ever going to be bad. I think that she could be so much better. I wish she had hit confirms. You know what I mean? Like I wish she had like links.
Yeah.
I wish
So
she had
here's
more
the thing.
safety.
I like comparing her to Mika because they're very similar in a lot of regards as to like what their end goal is. And I think Laura has a way better neutral game than Mika, but Mika's damage is off the charts.
Mm.
You know, Laura basically outside of V-trigger has to reset you like 5 or 6 times. Mika can reset you twice for a kill with or without a trigger.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
like, it's just all of what she can do, and she's gonna get the meter. But triggered Laura is like a full tier higher.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Like that stun output, even Zangief's like, nope.
No, for sure. Yeah, again, I think she's okay. I just don't think that she's as good as many other characters. And I feel like if she had like just a couple, like, look, she feels incomplete to me. That's what it is. Is I feel like without some link, without some additional safety on stuff, I just feel like she's not complete. Like I feel like the fireball is such a cool idea, but then in reality, you have to have some sick setup to make it safe.
Well, I need to see what her sweep is on block.
I'm not sure. That it's a good button, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I know because you get I had this happen to me. She crush counters with sweep, starts a fireball, and then she can jump over it, and it becomes like Wolverine Akuma. Where do you block?
Okay, I can see that. But again,
that goes
not a very common sort of situation.
Yeah, but if it becomes more common based on its frame data, if we find out that's a slightly more spammable move or more usable, I think is more a better term. I don't know. I'm really on the fence with Laura. I'm not sold on her being that bad anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think she's like a top 5 or a top 10 really, but like she's certainly bottom half as it stands. But I'm not convinced that she's not like exactly in the middle.
That might be. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like disappointed with her because I liked the idea of her options, but then the way that it turned out, like just I didn't want to play without like a hit confirm or safety or the projectile being like more useful than it is. So I might have my own like issues with it.
I know something we're both running into is our opinions are a little skewed because of the characters we play. Because like, I mean, for a long time I was convinced that Birdie was just bad. Then I realized that no, Mika actually can just handle the fight.
Well, yeah.
Everyone's getting blown up by Birdie, and I think that also like with you playing Geef and Sim, predominantly, that some characters seem worse than they are because Geef doesn't care.
Fair enough. That definitely could be. By the way, in chat, oh no, it's Broco says that her sweep is -12.
Jesus Christ.
That sucks. That sucks.
Poor Rara.
I don't think we've talked about Dalsum yet.
Not at
No.
great lengths, no.
Let's talk about my boy.
Okay, I want to open with. Does he have a better throw range than everyone else?
Oh, I don't know.
His
I
throw
haven't
is
tested.
so good.
Hmm.
His throw is so good. Like,
I don't know. I haven't tested, but I think he's good, dude. Sim is good.
he's strong.
Yeah, I really think he is
He's just-
strong.
I think in a lot of matchups he has to work really hard because some of his air quotes mix-ups most of the time are pretty terrible.
Well,
He has to have really specific scenarios to make them usable.
I think he
But-
has great frame traps, though. I mean, the
Yes.
cross up or not is whatever. It's the same as Street Fighter 4, more or less.
The flames, at least one of them is super safe.
They're all safe. All of them
They're
are
all-
safe.
yeah.
Even like maximum height, it's Gale. It's called Gale. The maximum height Gale is safe, and if you do it as low as possible, it's up to like plus 20 or 30. It's insane.
Jesus.
Like literally,
Yeah, 'cause I remember-
there was a
I
guy who
remember,
found a setup where you could do Gale, and then a safe fierce flame on the ground. Like that was like tight
Yeah, and I
block straight.
remember F-Champ put out that like it was Gale at Gale at plus 13.
Yeah.
And Roundhouse was a frame trap.
Exactly. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Dude, his frame traps are really.
This is why Zangief needs V reversal and air throw.
Uh,
That move.
Yeah. Dude, that stuff is amazing. So Sim is a good zoner again. I was worried for him because he doesn't have horizontal fireball, and I was like, how can I convince people to jump if I don't have horizontal fireball? But the way that medium kick and stand medium punch work is I feel like they're good enough to force people to jump.
Yeah.
And then he does have good anti-airs. No EX up blast, but like he has more normals that work as anti-air than before, and I think they're at really good ranges. So
Yeah,
that stuff is all good.
And jab is like just like Geef's, it's really good.
Jab is super good, yeah, and very fast.
Standing fierce is a low, which is hilarious.
You know, it is. It's very slow, and I tend not to use it because I feel like I'm like as Sim. One of your biggest resources is just frames. If you commit too much, you're getting jumped on for free.
That's the thing,
So
whenever
I
I
don't
was
want to
playing
press that
Sim-
button much.
Whenever I was playing Sim, I'd use it. I'd get a knockdown or a reset or something. I'd chuck a fireball,
Right.
and then just before it hits them, I'd hit fierce.
Sure. In that kind of
So then
situation,
I'm fine no matter what.
yeah, I'm
But
definitely
on
with
the
you.
other hand, that's also how I beat Sim is, because it's slow as hell. So, like, I'm playing Mika, and I can actually react in time. He hits fierce, I called Nadeshko.
Oh
and it actually
wow,
punished.
that's great. Yeah. So anti-airs are good. The horizontal control is good, but his pressure game is so much better than before. And so it's not just
terrifying.
it's not just Gale. It's the fact that he really does more stun and damage than he did before. He has better setups than he did before. And I mean, to be honest, he had some pretty sick setups in Street Fighter 4, but you never saw it because people could do Dragon Punch, and that was terrible for Sim because he's assed out.
Yeah.
If he it's bad. So in this game, when Dragon Punches are for the most part weaker, fewer characters have legit anti-air kind of reversals. And if they do a reversal and you block it, you take off 300 life, even as
Yeah.
Dalsum. I feel like he can pressure way better than ever before. So, good character, I think.
Yeah, he's
Very happy with
super
him.
good. Also, with him being the only character with a real teleport feels stronger than ever. Like, just as an escape tool. Or, you get someone thinking you're going to mix him up with a teleport, and you just jump away, teleport away, and they start whiffing normals. The only thing I will say, though, is something I actually really felt when I was fighting some of the Sims over the past weekend, the normal priority system.
Uh-huh.
Because I definitely, like, Yomi bullshit, swept Dalsim from full screen because he hit standing medium kick.
Yeah.
And it was full fresh counter and everything. It was nasty.
Yeah, I can see that. That is one thing I'm worried about for him.
Yeah, I think there are some characters who are going to really take advantage of that.
As Zangief, I found out that I can press stand short to whiff punish things on reaction. Like I set the training mode dummy to do it at random times, so I wasn't like a consistent timing it to it, and I could consistently react even like that. So and I'm only average in reactions. I'm not like some fancy guy. So I feel like with other characters, their reaction might be sweep, and if it is, then that is bad news. Bad news
Yeah.
for Sim. So
gonna say
A lot of complaints about his super being impractical.
Yeah, the super is definitely impractical. But that's
it's
not
a,
a
good
big.
anti-air.
Well, sort of, yeah.
It's
But
ridiculous. It's a ridiculous anti-air.
yeah,
But,
and you can combo into it for big damage. And combined with V-Trigger, there are some really killer chip damage setups with that in the corner. So it's not a normal super. I think that's okay. Especially because EX gives him the horizontal fire, which is important. So
Yeah, and
if
EX
he
Flame
spends
is
that
really
more,
good.
that's fine. And what?
EX Flame.
And EX Flame,
Good.
yeah, exactly, yeah. EX Flame combos and setups are super legit. So I think that's okay.
One of the main-
Yeah, dude, I think he's really well designed. I'm really enjoying Balsam.